Fox News alert now. Al-Qaeda's top terrorist, Ayman al-Zawahri, taken out by a U.S. drone, hit by 2 Hellfire missiles. He's now in hell while standing on the balcony at his safe house in Afghanistan, owned by the Haqqanis. Critics include our next guest question why was he so comfortable out in the open, and warn that the group may be getting stronger just 1 year after the botched withdrawal. Former Green Beret commander, a National Guard colonel, Congressman Michael Waltz joins us now. He served in Afghanistan. Congressman, your take on his location and where we found him.
Yeah, Brian. Well, hey, I mean, first I want to say that the great news here is that Zawahiri's dead. The leader of al-Qaeda is dead. This is a great day for America and for freedom around the world that should be celebrated. The bad news is that al-Qaeda is clearly back in Afghanistan, just like they were pre-9/11. And not only were they back, he was staying in the guest house of the Taliban's interior minister, Siraj Haqqani, a notorious terrorist that I've personally targeted over the years and tried to kill, and was the Taliban's main interlocutor with al-Qaeda. So you add on top of that the intelligence community repeatedly briefing us in Congress that al-Qaeda fully intends to hit us again, are developing the capabilities to do so. And then you layer on that the UN saying that 10 to 15,000 foreign fighters are gravitating back to Afghanistan as now the new caliphate, the new Mecca of terrorism. The Taliban are the rock stars of the jihadi world with all the powers of a military and a state. And while on the one hand this should be celebrated, on the other hand we should all be ringing the alarm bells that al-Qaeda is back, and Afghanistan, despite the Taliban's broken promises, is once again a safe haven for terrorism.
John Kirby says he doesn't think there's many in Afghanistan, even though the UN says they're in 15 provinces. When you say you think they're coming back, what numbers do you think are there?
Well, the UN is saying 10 to 15,000 foreign fighters are gravitating back. Remember, it only took 19 to plot and plan and hit 9/11, and I mean to hit the New York and 9/11 and the Pentagon. But I think the bigger piece is the inspirational aspect of it. Are they going to start inspiring attacks once again, like we had in San Bernardino and we had with Pulse nightclub? I think the other piece, Brian, is we have to keep our foot on their necks. We have to keep the infrastructure in place, the intelligence, the drones, the bases, to continue to be able to do this. Right. And yet in the budgets that the president's sending to the Congress, that's not the case. So on the one hand, this is a victory, but on the other hand, we got to make sure it's not short-lived and that we can continue to keep up the pressure.
So Iran is not only not signing on to this nuclear deal, which they're crazy not to, that's about to expire anyway. They're declaring that their nuclear missiles that they said they don't have could actually turn New York into a hellish ruins. That would be where I'm at right now. What do you take with that bravado?
Yeah, well, you're going to continue to hear this kind of tough talk from the new, even harder core Iranian regime. They had even a more further right cleric that was just elected as the new president. So you're going to hear this not only to the United States and Israel, but also to the Gulf states, and why preventing Iran from getting a nuclear weapon is so critical is because you will have an arms race in the Middle East. The Saudis, the Turks, the UAE, all of them will want their bomb as well, and having a nuclear arms race in the Middle East is bad for everyone. Lastly,
with a matter of hours, it looks as though the Speaker of the House is going to land in Taipei, in Taiwan. And we saw that video display that Tom Cruise said was a little over the top yesterday of everything that China would do to us if this happens. I'm not really sure what to take of their bluster and the video, but in the big picture, how reckless of a policy. A speaker not on the same page as the Pentagon, not on the same page as the president, all at the same party. You have the New York Times editorial, Thomas Friedman, saying, please, Mr. Speaker, don't go. It'll ruin our relationship with China. What's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, look, internally, this is a mess, obviously. I mean, that's the understatement of a day. The speaker was furious that the Biden White House leaked this to the Financial Times, which I think was a huge strategic mistake. Then he comments on her trip and says the military doesn't want her to go. Now she's in a box. She has to go. She cannot back down from this. The message that it will send to the military, the Chinese military and our allies will be devastating. But Brian, here's the big difference. From prior years, we had these kind of dust-ups with the Chinese over-visits to Taiwan. The difference then to now is back then they knew and we knew they couldn't really do anything about it militarily. Now the Chinese believe, and Chairman Xi absolutely believes, that they can do something militarily, they can match us, and he's told his military to be ready by 2027, right around the corner, to defeat us. And so that's the game changer, and why we have to wake up as a country.
Right.
To, first it's the Speaker of the House, then it's trade routes, then it's critical minerals, then it's our pharmaceuticals that they're manufacturing, and then they dominate the world.
And they get the rare earth for the batteries, and they also have all the solar panels for the future, which evidently...
And all the wind turbines, and penicillin, all of it.
Right.
That's right.
Real quick, 20 seconds. How much money is in the budget to build up our military, or are we losing pace with what we have?
Well, what Biden proposed was a 4% inflation rate. So that was, essentially a 5% cut to our military, which is tens of billions of dollars. The Congress restored that in a bipartisan way, but that only gets us back to even. We need to be advancing, and in some places like hypersonics, catching up to the Chinese.
All right, Congressman Michael Waltz, thanks for being all over this. Appreciate it.